Hey there YouTube, hello fans, this is Daniel, back again for another video. This time I'm going to be focusing on the placement Jupiter in the sign of Libra. So what happens when Jupiter, again our planet of expansion, of luck, of fortune, of all things good in life, what happens when it crosses through the constellation Libra, and how does it affect those and manifest in the natal chart? Well, for Libra, actually, Jupiter is transiting Libra currently, so there is going to be a lot of influence over those with this as a natal position, just as a side. But in general, Jupiter in Libra, it's going to be something where you're going to find a lot of luck when you deal fairly and treat others equally. Libra is a sign of with a deep devotion to, being fair, being honest, being open, being willing to consider others' opinions, a sign of partnership, a sign of equality. Many of the rosier details of human interactions are often associated with the sign of Libra. There is a natural graciousness and a talent for promoting and mediating. Libra often sees all sides of an issue, sees all sides of any kind of conflict or any kind of discrepancy, and has a lot of luck with resolving things. This makes someone with this position a natural attorney or mediator or therapist, or someone who likes to bring harmony to difficult situations and is often successful in doing so. You're going to be someone that's intellectually adventurous and very willing to learn. Part of Jupiter's influence is that of seeking knowledge in a philosophical sense, seeking knowledge for knowledge's sake, as associated with the ninth house and higher learning and higher education. The way that this imparts itself on Libra is going to be in seeking a deeper understanding of how people come together, how partnerships are formed, and how things can find a harmonious balance, which is again what Libra is really all about. Being open-minded, being impartial, these are going to be key for those with the natal position of Jupiter and Libra to be successful in life and to benefit the most from this placement. You're often going to be someone who is open to seeing other opinions, as I said before, being open to seeing others' points of view. And because of this, you shouldn't be afraid to be changed in your persuasions by the arguments of others. Because again, part of the luck that's garnered through this is being able to see the value in others' opinions, the value in the inside of others, and not just focusing on your own initial viewpoints and your own initial assessments. And so others may provide you insight that can lead you to greater successes and greater fortune in your professional and personal life. You have the ability to see all sides of the issue. For some people, this is simply not a possibility. They have their own position, they have their own viewpoints, and that's often where they get stuck. But for Jupiter and Libra, you're going to be someone that looks at things from all perspectives and from all sides, and coming to a rational, logical, and very air sign orientated conclusion. You can definitely reap some rewards from this, financially and otherwise. As I said, Libra is going to be one of those signs, if not the most beneficial sign from partnerships. Along with the seventh house that it rules, Libra is definitely going to be a sign that looks at things in terms of how can things best get done with two or three versus one. So teams of two or more are definitely going to be beneficial to people with this placement in terms of what they gain out of different arrangements. You're going to have a true gift for working one-on-one with people, and definitely you should utilize that. They like things around them to be aesthetically pleasing. Remember, Libra is a sign that is based in Venus, in a Venusian sort of mentality, and so things of beauty and aesthetics are going to be very important to this sign. And so as a result of that, when you pursue things in such a way that presents itself as an aesthetically pleasing setting or whatever it may be, you're going to help to gain and generate more fortune and more luck out of that. You're going to attract more things by basically attempting to be more attractive in one way or another. So this should never be disregarded as superficial or selfish in any way, because this placement benefits from those things, from those aesthetically pleasing things. Oftentimes this can manifest into a career of sorts for people with this position. Interior design, fashion, different artistic avenues or ventures are going to be very beneficial to people with Libra in Jupiter. Also, entertainment, writing, and public relations are generally thought of as very positive avenues or outlets for people with this Jupiter placement. Libra Jupiter tends to be idealistic, and they're attracted to those that share their viewpoints as much as they are attracted to those who don't share their viewpoints, for the purpose of, again, seeing all sides of the equation. Pairing up with people, typically those of already like-minded opinions, can enhance opportunity and good fortune. And at the same time, you're also going to be very considerate of others in understanding how they come to their conclusions as well. So again, focusing on different aspects of, compromise and of looking at things from all sides is going to benefit you greatly. Libra also tends to be a legalistic type of sign, as well as, regarding the 7th house, matters of justice, matters of law, partnership, even related to marriage, can be very beneficial areas for this position, both personally and professionally. You may find yourself, in a position to, help others with their relationships, to be of benefit as a near and dear friend to those who need help in their personal life and their personal relationships. And you shouldn't shun away from these kinds of talents that you have, because they are going to be beneficial to you throughout life and help to generate ever more fortune for you. There's going to be a general love of people, a general love of justice, and a general sense that things should be right in the world, that there should be harmony, that there should be balance, that there should be a sense that things in the world are going correctly. And people with this placement, they tend to bring about the best in themselves when they seek out those things and when they attempt to make things better in some way, by generating those kinds of outcomes for other people. Truly, it's going to be a very humanitarian type of sense that you get if you have this position natally. In a sense, it's going to be beneficial for you to look towards social change, towards bettering the environment, towards bettering the aesthetic value of where you live and of where different people live who you care about. If you have friends who are hoarders, for example, or like clutter or things like that, they're going to be very grateful for you that you're going to bring them some kind of aesthetic critique to to their habitat or where they live, and they're going to be very grateful for your inputs and assistance with leading a more aesthetically pleasing and harmonious life. And you can do it in a very Libra way as opposed to a Virgo way, which the Virgo way tends to be more on just the critical side, really without much assistance there, in a kind of holistic sense. One of the pitfalls for this placement, where there are very few, is going to be getting overly optimistic, becoming too ingrained with the idea that you can change things if you only try so hard. Part of the downfall and the misfortune associated with this placement is going to be, again, just looking at things from the perspective that you have the power to change them by your very words or by your very actions, that you alone possess this. Jupiter, it encourages us to think big, to think large, to live large, to expand, to grow, to thrive. And so if Libra is a dominant sign or Jupiter is a dominant planet within your natal horoscope, it can lead to these feelings that, if you only try, so much harder, if you only look at things from a different angle, if you can really beat yourself to death over certain issues, that the things that are just bigger than you, things that you can't change. And so part of this, the negative side of this selflessness that becomes a part of this placement is that you focus too much on the things you can't change and don't accept the things that you can. And so putting things into perspective, putting things into a frame of mind that I am one person in the world, I can only do so much, I can only help so many people, reining in a little bit on that Jupiter expansion that can get out of hand, that can take over different aspects of your life if you have this placement. Again, is going to be beneficial and healthy for you and allow you to retain a sense of self and to not burn out with different things that you do humanitarian wise, or different things in your life that you think are important. Definitely have a place and will definitely benefit you in terms of your fortune and in terms of the general opinion of you by others, friends and family, things like that. But at the same time, taking stock for yourself and looking at things from the perspective that, again, I am one person, I can only do so much, 24 hours in a day. Keeping that in mind, that you have your own life and things to tend to, is going to help you bring harmony and balance into your life, which ultimately should be the goal of everyone in general, but especially people with this placement with Libra in this associated with Jupiter, helping to rein in that expansion and bring it down to a measurable level. So this has been my analysis of the placement Jupiter in the sign of Libra. If you have any comments or questions, concerns about this placement in your personal life, or different things that you feel are important, that maybe Jupiter is reaching out and getting you to do certain things, or you'd like to pursue certain angles and you think that it'd be beneficial to understand more about this placement as it relates to your luck and fortune and expansion, and all things related to Jupiter in the different houses and different aspects and degrees that you personally have it associated with, I'd be happy to answer all of your questions in the comments and in private email. I'm looking forward to speaking with all of you online and elsewhere. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.